Peace and blessings. Welcome back. So, you're still considering getting a hysterectomy? Okay, that makes sense. Um, I think you got to make it your own decision because sometimes we listen to a lot of family and friends, which we should because they love us, and they're telling us what we should do, what their opinion is about what we should do. And I can understand that. And I just want to say to you, don't be pressured. It's like, don't be pressured to get a hysterectomy. Don't be pressured to do the natural route. Meaning, like, if you're supposed to get a hysterectomy, you'll know it. Some of us out there, like myself included, when I was dealing with the problem, when you are getting to the point where you need to have a hysterectomy, your stomach is so big to the point where you sit up like this, you could feel it in your ribs and stuff like that. If you're standing up and you look down and you see your stomach, I'm not saying that's the main reason why you should get a hysterectomy, but sometimes that'll be one of the deciding factors. Discomfort, lack of self-esteem, tired of being looked at, you know. And then sometimes you may not go with doing the natural route because your stomach has gotten so big that you don't have time. There's just really no time, because sometimes you can have health issues that arise from having those in you too long, you know. But I just wanted to go into real quick my hysterectomy situation, what it was like for me. This is off the top. I mean, this isn't scripted. I'm not reading anything. I'm just kind of going based on memory. I had my surgery in 2013. I had a massive stomach, eyes, looks, you name it. I got it. I was tired of it. I was very uncomfortable. When I would sit, I could feel it was like my ribs were being pressed, pressed upward, outward. I don't know. I don't know for sure what was going on, but it was uncomfortable. I would be rubbing my side. I was tired of the way it looked. Tired of trying to figure out what to wear, going to meetings and stuff like that at work. Just trying to figure out how to cover myself up, how to hide, because you just get to a point mentally and spiritually where you're just tired of people asking, tired of people looking. I mean, tired of people looking, tired of people saying, "You pregnant?" or all that kind of stuff. So finally had my surgery 2013. A lot of stuff you need to know about having a hysterectomy. That is surgery. Like I said in one of my other videos, it was a short video, excuse me. When you decide to have surgery, I mean, that's being cut on. You may not have, like me, I never had surgery before. Nothing on my body was cut on, nothing was touched. I had surgery. I have a scar. It's embarrassing. It's not like I have my shirts up above my stomach where everybody can see it, but it's just me personally. I know it's there where I didn't have one before. So just something to think about. Again, surgery. You're going to be in a hospital. You need to make sure you've got your vitamin D. You need to make sure, because your energy levels will go down after you've been, operated on. You need to make sure you have vitamin C, and preferably before you go in the hospital, kind of double up on it or start taking it, because a lot of times in the hospital you can get infections and stuff like that. So make sure you do double up on your vitamin C before you go. After you have your hysterectomy, and I guess I would assume that every procedure is basically the same. I'm just going based on memory and what happened to me. You're not going to get a lot of sleep in the hospital. Let me tell you that right now. Beeping machines, nurses coming in and out, which I appreciated, them taking care of me, but it was very difficult to get sleep. I would sleep in intervals, excuse me, like little spurts of time, and I'd tell the nurse to wake me up, and I was on leave from my job, so I had to keep in touch with my manager. The only reason my fibroids had gotten so big because I had little silly thoughts to myself, little assumptions. Like to be honest with you, I'll be very honest with you. I never wanted to have surgery because I thought I might bleed out. And even my surgeon told me, I just want to give you, when I sat down and met with him, he was explaining that you may possibly bleed out. It's very possible. This is surgery, and I don't mean to be all over the place. There's just so many things I want to tell you, but I don't want to make this a long video. I just wanted to get you the information fast. and not have it be 10, 13, 20 minutes like I've done other videos, but just mostly about the hysterectomy. I'm skipping around a little bit, bear with me. Um, Once you've had your surgery, you will be very sore. They're going to want you to walk a little bit to start to, move your system, move your bowels. That's another thing. You won't be using the bathroom, and they're going to encourage you to use the bathroom so that they can release you. I couldn't get released until I had a bowel movement, so, TMI, but it's a part of the process. Find a good surgeon. Try to look into the surgeon. Ask their track record. Look for their credentials. When you go in the office, look for their plaques. Ask about, how many surgeries they've done. Things like that. I did that. I actually sat down with my surgeon, with my husband. We questioned him. How many surgeries have you done? And have you done actual fibroid surgeries? And turns out he was I don't know the proper terminology right now, but he delivered babies, but same thing. And he was very kind. He visited me. He checked on me even before the surgery, after the surgery. Cool thing he told me was he apologized to me. And I was like, why were you apologizing? About what? And he said he apologized for cutting on me. And I was like, wow, it was pretty unexpected. So I felt really good about my surgery. I know this was after the fact, but just throwing some points out there, because when you get hysterectomies, like I said, and I'm repeating myself, you are getting surgery. If you've never been cut on before, you're going to be heading into the world of having an operation. You're going to be given anesthesia. You're going to be out for a little bit. You're going to be cut through and cut on. You're going to have to heal. It doesn't, I guess depending on your body, it doesn't take you a very long time to heal. Like, it didn't take me that long, honestly. You're going to need pain meds. You'll be given pain meds when you're in the hospital, and when you get out of the hospital, you're going to need pain meds because you still will be in pain. Funny thing is I guess maybe mind over matter, I didn't really want to take too much medicine, so I'd say about within a week's time of me getting out, I stopped taking pain meds. Just over the counter, like ibuprofen, Tylenol, but I stopped taking them because I don't like taking pills. But just a few things that might help, if you're thinking about it. If you're thinking about going ahead and getting cut on, I would recommend it if you've got really, really enormous fibroids that might start causing other health problems. You might be still confused about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Maybe that can help somebody out there. I don't know. I'm not trying to discourage you from getting a hysterectomy, and I'm kind of not necessarily encouraging. I kind of a mixed bag. I don't want to be accused of telling people you should get a surgery. That might be for you and it might not be. Depends on the severity. If you've got small fibroids, I would try to shrink those or dissolve them in a natural way first. If you've got really big fibroids that can start causing other health problems and taking up room in your abdomen, you might consider having a hysterectomy. Look for a good surgeon. Double check with your insurance to make sure it gets covered. Get your vitamin C, get your vitamin D. You'll need iron more than likely. And I may be forgetting something, but like I said, I've got time and I'll be happy to come back and share anything and everything that I can think of. But, forgive me on this video. It's just kind of off the top of my head, remembering as best I could, and kind of all over the place. But at least you know a little bit more if you've never had a hysterectomy before. So if I can, I'll come back. If I have any information for you that I could share that might help you, I'll come back. They won't want you to move too much, so you want to plan to have somebody around to take you home, to be home with you when you get home. They're going to want you to rest. I know I had a nurse that kept up with me, checking on my well-being, but that was through my insurance. So just keep those things in mind. Hysterectomy is a big deal. It's surgery, it's cutting. You will feel depleted. You will feel tired. You don't want to overexert yourself once you've had it. Those are the things you can look forward to. I'll keep coming back with these videos because I'm here to help. I'm not a practitioner in any way. I'm not a health practitioner or anything like that. Just had the experience. I had huge tumors. They started causing problems. I had to get them out of me. And I just would hate for you to have to go through that same thing. And the psychological part of it, the mental, the spiritual, very, very, very hurtful, very depressing, so I hear where you're coming from. I know where you are right now, so hang in there. So peace and blessings. And like I said, anything else I come up with, I will remember. I'll come back and share that with you, okay? Okay. Have a real good day today. Real good day. Peace.